Go Chuck Harold, SecurityGuideTV.com. What's my next guest? What's your name, sir?
Joe Gare from Technon Strategic Security Consulting.
And what's the name of your website?
Proactiveandprepared.com.
I like it. It's a lot of verbs in there.
Yeah.
That's very good. What do you guys do?
So we prepare people, and like proactive and prepared, we do something that we call proactive security planning, and that entails going into a client, understanding what it is they do, and then based on that, we build the appropriate security strategy. So we're all about strategy.
Now, this is different because it's not a standard best practice for everybody. You're actually customizing it to the client.
Absolutely.
Tell me how big a difference you can find in a standard best practice and a specific client. What kind of change range could there be? In other words, so here's the best practice from ASIS, and I'm going to apply it to company A, but you're going to come into company A and say, you know what, we're going to customize that. So do you find a lot of deviations off best practices when you customize it for a client?
Right. Well, the model is basically the same, right? So we go to a client, we sit with them. That's the first thing we do. What it is you are protecting, and then
Right.
protection from what. And then based on that, we create strategies that are mostly focused on prevention, which is also something not very common
Right.
in today's day and age. And but yeah, so that's
Well, in
basically
strategies, you never hear people talk about strategies. You talk about policies, procedures, best practices. But the strategy to me is almost like the mission statement. It's the overall high-arcing idea, what you're trying to accomplish here. And for every business, that could be completely different.
Yeah, so basically what we do is we really, when we talk about strategy, we talk about really putting together what is the physical, the technological, and the human factor side of
Okay.
security, and then gearing all those elements, synchronizing all those elements together towards prevention. That's really what distinguishes what we do.
How much are we focusing on behavior nowadays? It used to be about fortification. It used to be about build a better fort, keep people out. But the people inside are misbehaving. And if we don't catch them, they're a bigger threat, really. So I'm not going to call it profiling. That's a nasty word, right? But it kind of is behavioral recognition, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the elements. That's one of the elements that would fall under, let's say, human factor,
Right.
right? Although you do have technology nowadays that can assist you in detecting that. But at the end of the day, it goes back to procedures, to training, right? Do we know how to spot suspicious behavior? Do we know about suspicious behavior indicators? This is really the name of the game when it comes to prevention.
Do we have too much technology nowadays? I think our technology's, it's not that it's too complicated. I get it, but I know a lot of people don't get it. And can't that be kind of a vulnerability in a way that the technology is too difficult to use?
Sure, so listen, there's nothing we can do about it, right? It is what
It's
it
here.
is, and you either adapt or you're a dinosaur.
Right.
So, but we do have to try to use it to our advantage and also know its limitations, right? So like you're alluding to, technology today can be part of your threat as well.
Right.
In other words, if I'm a bad guy trying to scout out a location for carrying out a specific attack, I can just sit in my living room, open up your social media, your website, and you're giving me a lot of information
Yeah.
that previously I had to make the trip,
That's
from
right.
wherever it is. So,
Yeah.
but knowing that, so we like to say that cyber and physical security are today two sides of the same coin, and if you don't consider both sides, then you're lacking.
Fantastic. Name one more time.
Joe Gare, Technon LLC, Strategic Security Consulting.
And website.
Proactiveandprepared.com.
Fantastic. Back a minute here at GSX 2019, live from Chicago.